Hello, I'm Bretton, one of our MCAT tutors here at Inspira Advantage, where I help students get accepted into medical school and other professional programs. And today we're diving into the fascinating world of genetic inheritance and diversity. Let's explore how information is passed from one generation to the next and the process that spices up our genetic makeup. This will help you get a ton of questions right on the bio-biochem sections of the MCAT, so be sure to take good notes and put them into your Anki deck. First, let's talk about DNA replication. This is the fundamental process that allows genetic information to be copied and passed on. During cell division, each DNA molecule unwinds and serves as a template for creating two identical copies. This ensures that when a cell divides, each daughter cell receives a complete set of genetic instructions. Now let's move on to how this genetic information is passed and packaged on during sexual reproduction. This process is called meiosis, and it's crucial for creating genetic diversity. In meiosis, a parent cell undergoes 2 rounds of division, resulting in 4 daughter cells, each with half a number of chromosomes as the parent cell. But meiosis isn't about reducing chromosome numbers. It's also a chance for genetic mixing and matching. During prophase 1 of meiosis, homologous chromosomes line up and exchange genetic material in a process called crossing over, shown at the top here. This creates new combinations of alleles on each chromosome. Imagine a gene for eye color, with alleles big B for brown and little b for blue. If a parent has the genotype type big B little b, what possible allele combinations could they pass on to their offspring due to crossing over? This one is not a trick question. It is just big B or little b. Despite crossing over, each gamete will still only receive one allele for this gene. However, crossing over can create new combinations of alleles for different genes on the same chromosome. Now let's talk about another source of genetic diversity, random assortment. During meiosis, the orientation of chromosome pairs on the metaphase plate is pretty random. This means that specific combinations of maternal and parental chromosomes in each gamete is up to chance. Here's an example to illustrate this. If an organism has 3 pairs of chromosomes, n equals 3, how many different combinations of material and inside maternal and paternal chromosomes are possible in the gametes? To figure out this answer here, we're going to take 2 to the 3rd power, which equals 8. So this means that for each pair, there are 2 possibilities, and we multiply these for all 3 pairs. So 2 is the number of possibilities, and 3 are the number of chromosomes. So something nice to keep in mind for test day. It'll help you get math done way more quickly. Lastly, let's not forget about mutations. The MCAT loves asking questions about mutations. These are changes in the DNA sequence that can introduce new alleles to a population. Mutations can be caused by errors in DNA replication, exposure to mutagens, or other factors. While many mutations are neutral or harmful, some can be beneficial and may be selected for in a population over time. This is one way that evolution occurs. To wrap up, let's review the key processes that contribute to genetic diversity. The big number 1 is crossing over during prophase 1. Number 2 is the random assortment of chromosomes, and 3 are mutations. And we will do videos doing deep dives into these 3 topics because they are that important. So please watch those videos as well. Together, these processes ensure that an individual, except identical twins, have a unique genetic makeup, contributing to the amazing diversity we see in life on Earth. Thank you so much for watching our video on transmission of heritable information. This will help you get way more points on the MCAT, and I will see you next time.